Oh, I don't know the best way to say it. It's very hot. How do I explain it? Why are you not recording? What? Second. Oh my god, it's hot. Oh my god, I'm saying the same thing over and over again. I don't know if I like my hair. What else do I want to say? Oh my god, my throat. No. What am I saying? Do I like the layout? Probably not. Boobs. Oh. Okay, Tiana, stop being weird. Hi guys, I am back. Now, I know that I said in my last video that I would try and upload a video every Wednesday. That was about 6 months ago and I still haven't done it. So I'm back with another video. It's summer-ish here in the UK. If you're from the UK, you know that our summers don't actually last that long here, but it's really sunny, I'm really hot. Can't open the windows because I've got people outside mowing their lawn, the fan's too noisy, so I am sweating for you guys so you don't have to hear any noise. So I have just finished my second year of university, which is really scary because I remember doing a university haul on my channel, which I will link down below. I thought that I would do a video explaining things I don't actually tell you about starting university. So the first thing is you will make friends. A big fear of mine when I was starting uni was, oh my god, if no one likes me, you know, because you're in this little bubble at school where you've known everyone for ages and you know people through other people. And then when you start uni, you're like, oh my god, I'm moving away from home, I don't know anyone, what if I make no friends, I have no like safety net. Like your friends at home are your safety net when you go to places. So having to start somewhere completely new, but you will make friends. A lot of universities have a Facebook page, which I really highly recommend joining for your course and for your uni. My one had a course, so I do media production, and we had a media production starting year like Facebook group, and everyone would obviously join that was starting, and we made a massive Facebook chat, which I don't recommend because Facebook chats with loads of people honestly stress me out so much. And a lot of people in Facebook chats didn't actually talk, so when they were all talking in the chat, I was like, oh, I don't think I'm gonna have a lot in common with people on my course because they were talking about things that I wasn't personally interested in. So I have a group of 5 best girlfriends at uni, and like the way you meet them is just in the most strange situations. So on the first day of uni, when I was really hungover, I got my Starbucks coffee. I sat down next to this girl and she said, I'm really jealous that you have a coffee right now. And she's one of my main best friends now at uni, and she was also sat next to a girl called Beth, who is the second person out of the 5. I lived with one of them in my flat, in my accommodation, Lauren, so that's the third one, and I kind of brought Lauren into my little media group of people. And then through Katie, the girl who said she wanted my Starbucks, I met Jazz and Zoe, who were on the same course but in the same class as Katie. So at lunch we all met up together, and we've just kind of all been inseparable ever since the first day of uni, really. So you do make friends, you will make them. Obviously everyone's uni experience is very different. I was really lucky in the fact that I met my friends on the first day of uni and I had a really good flat, so I become really good friends with my flat as well. We're still really good friends now. But yeah, a lot of it is what you make of it, so you do have to just act confident. And Katie told me since she doesn't even like coffee, she just was building up the courage to say something short to make a friend, and it worked. She made the best friend ever. So secondly then, freshers flu is a thing. Before you come to uni, get your parents or whoever's helping you move to uni just to stock up on tablets and flu stuff and tissues and soothers, everything for a flu. Soup. I don't even like soup, but in freshers flu you will need soup because you don't want to eat anything else. Like I said before, my freshers was 2 weeks, so 2 weeks of going out every single day alongside with going to uni every single day. So you are tired, you're running on no hours sleep, so you do need a little mini survival kit when you do freshers, because let me tell you, in first year freshers really hit me hard. Food shopping is expensive. You don't realise when you're at home how expensive food actually is, because when you're at home they're buying it for you and you just kind of just eat what they cook you and just take it from the fridge. But when you're at uni you have to budget, which is something that I still cannot do because I'm very, very poor right now. Food is expensive. I didn't realise before coming to uni you will have to budget your food out. Cheese is so expensive. Like, let me tell you, cheese is hella expensive. And I didn't realise that before I came to uni. Like, if you buy cheese, it's a luxury. And at home, I would just eat cheese. I would grate it on everything. So now when I go home, I'm like, Mum, I feel your pain. I'm so sorry for like eating you out of house and home when I was younger. So me and my housemate Lauren, we actually cook together. We still do it now because we shop together and it just splits the food cost and it makes it so much easier. So we spend about £20 each on food a week, which is about 40 quid a week. That is really, really expensive. That's like that's £106 a month on food. But between two people, you can obviously spread that, and it just makes it a little bit more easier, which I recommend doing. If you can find somebody that, you know, you like the same food as and you get on with, I would recommend shopping with them and splitting food and eating your meals together, because it also makes it nice and homely as well. So the workload is obviously really different from coming out of either school, like sixth form, or college. The first year is just kind of a recap of everything that you've learnt so far for the course that you are currently on. Well, I can't speak to about every single course, but my course, I know a lot of it was just going over theories that I have already learned, just a bit more in depth. And there was a lot of people on my course who had never studied media, so it was really helpful for them, like starting from scratch. But obviously if you've studied it before, you kind of are aware of some of the theories and the units that you're studying, so it's just a bit of recap. You can either be two people when you have an essay. You will either get on with it and do it really early and submit and have loads of time before the deadline, or if you're like most of my friends, you will be up until 2 o'clock in the morning with a lot of Red Bull and energy drinks, trying to finish off your essay either the night before, the night before, which I really don't recommend because it's just very, very stressful and things go wrong. Like, you could upload and the upload thing could not work, so do essays and plenty of time, people. Moving in with people that you don't know is not as scary as what it seems. I was so lucky with my flat. Like, I loved them all. You do become like a little family because you're with them literally 24/7. You are cooking at the same time, you're cleaning at the same time. When you're bored, because in my flat we didn't have a TV. I go to university by the beach, which I'm really lucky, so you spend a lot of time going out with them, doing day trips and stuff. But I remember when my mum moved me into my flat, I was moving in at the same time as all the boys. So there were 7 of us in my flat, so there was 3 boys and 4 girls, and I was the only girl moving in the same day as all the boys. And I found everyone that I was living with, well, I found most people I was living with, because I found out their names, because there's systems sometimes where you can find out the names of people that you're sharing a flat with, and I found most of them. So I found out all the boys that I was going to be moving in with, and I made a chat just beforehand. So I'm like, oh, when are you all moving in? I'm Tiana, blah blah blah. So you just like so it's not awkward when you first meet them. You kind of have like a bit of background knowledge about them, and you can like have a bit of history with them already. But it is awkward when you first move in because you don't know everyone's sense of humour. You don't know how to act with them. Like, you don't know if you can have banter with them yet. You know, if you can joke around with them, if they take things personally. So you are kind of treading on eggshells a little bit when you first meet someone. I am quite a talkative person, but I was so like introvert when I moved in. We were all putting our stuff in the kitchen in like silence because we didn't know what to say, and it was really awkward. When everyone's parents left, we were all just kind of sat in our rooms like, now what? Like, now what do we do? We all put in the chat that we had made, let's go do something. So we all got some food and we sat in the kitchen and we spoke and we all got on. And the next day all the girls moved in. We got on really well with them. We all went out that night together as a flat. Well, most of us. I had such a good time with my flat in first year. It was so much fun. There was never a dull moment, really. I got on really, really well with most of them. And yeah, you do miss first year when you go into second year because it's not the same. And it's like the first year student accommodation is near everything. And when you move into a house in your second year, you kind of venture more towards where your uni is instead of where the town centre is, because it's just easier to get to. You spend a lot more time at uni in second year, like at the library and stuff. And because my first year didn't count towards my overall degree, you kind of take first year as a bit of like a dot around year, like, oh, as long as I pass it, it's fine. Whereas second year actually counts, so you actually have to do work, so you won't be going out as much in second year, which is really sad. But I would just say make the most of your first year, because I have so many amazing memories from first year that I will always remember and cherish and look back very fondly. You will survive without your parents. I was really worried when I first moved to uni because I didn't know how to do washing, I couldn't cook properly, I didn't like doing washing up, I didn't like cleaning my room. I was just your typical teenager at home, lazy, like dependent on my mum. But you kind of are thrown into the deep end when you move to uni because no one's going to do that for you. None of your friends are going to baby you. You have to do it yourself. You will survive without them. You learn as you go. It's very much a trial and error process. I was really lucky with everyone that I become friends with. We all kind of helped each other out a little bit. And luckily Lauren can cook, so we cooked together, which is grateful because I probably would have been living off of frozen food if it wasn't for her. But yeah, I've literally lost the point of what I was saying. Oh yeah, but you will learn to do things on your own. And now that I can do things by myself, it's really weird going home because my mum still thinks because like obviously your parents are so used to you being dependent on them, but when you go home it's really weird because you're so used to living independently now that you forget that you're at home. And I don't know, it's a very weird process going back home after being at uni and living by yourself because you want to do things like how you've been doing them at uni, but obviously your parents or whoever you're living with at home has their own routine. So it is kind of hard settling back in when you're at home, but I love living independently now. I honestly, after uni, I don't see myself moving back home because I'm just so used to not living under the roof of my mum anymore. But we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. Half of the things that you buy when you're moving into uni, you will never, ever use. It will just remain in the same place that you left it when you first moved in. I watched so many videos on what to take to university and I did my own university haul. Half the things in that haul I did never use. It's just the tiniest things that you think you'll need. Like, oh, what if I need, I don't know, a sticky note pad with like 10 different thousand colours in? No, I did not need any sticky pads. I didn't need any folders. My course is different to everyone else's course, so you might need some of those things. But a lot of the time you won't. Like a sieve. I never used my sieve in uni ever. I didn't know why I would need a sieve, but I never used my sieve. A lot of the kitchen utensils I didn't ever need. Obviously when you move in, you don't know what everyone else is bringing, so you all end up having about 10,000 wooden spoons. We had 2 kettles. We had, what else did we have? We had like double or triple of a lot of things. Trust me. When in doubt, go without because you probably won't need the things that you think you need when you're shopping. And it will save you a lot of money as well. Always, always, always save your work in 3 spaces. I learned this the hard way this year. It was still so emotional talking about it. So I always write my notes on paper and pen because I just like writing. I think it goes through in my head better. But for this unit, I was like, do you know what? I'm gonna do all my work on my laptop, and then when it comes to writing my essay, all my notes can be there. I can print all my notes out, I can highlight where I want to like include things. And I had written so many in-depth notes on my laptop on Word. Now, one day I was doing some work and I was deleting loads of things on my laptop, and I had accidentally put the whole folder with all my notes into the trash and emptied the trash without realising. A week later, when I was looking for my notes, I was like, why did they say they're trashed? And then it clicked. I spent the whole day in tears because I couldn't get my work back. I had downloaded every single free trial of like retrieve your trash from trash, whatever it was, on internet. None of it worked. It came up with loads of things that I had trashed, but none of the folders that I actually needed. Like I could see them there, but they were just not opening. And it was so annoying. I emailed all my lecturers and they couldn't help me. They didn't know what to do either. It was really annoying because one of them just said, tough lesson, but it's always save you work in 3 places. And I was like, thanks, I know that. So that is something I will be doing this year. Or just do your work on Drive. I don't know why I didn't use Drive. I always use Google Docs, and because it saves as soon as you type the word and it's just there forever. But Word, you have to save as you go, and I'm just so stupid. So always save your work in 3 places. Please do not be that idiot that lost all their notes like I did. So I hope you enjoyed some of the things that they don't tell you about going to university. There is obviously a lot more that I probably have missed out. So if you know anything that you wish you had known before you started uni, please leave them below in the comments and we can all help each other out. I might do a second one of these videos because I know that there are probably so many things that I haven't remembered to put in because I'm just doing this on the top of my head because I didn't plan this out. It's a very spontaneous video. So if you would like to see a second one of these videos, please don't forget to like and subscribe below if you want to see more videos from me, and I will see you very soon. Bye!